Right, we move on, and catwalk shows what we're talking about next, kind of. They show off the latest in cutting-edge fashion, of course, but there was one with a real difference today. Regardez in Bristol. It wasn't, David. It showed the uniforms that workers have worn over more than a century.
They were all made by Alexandra. Now, from small beginnings, they became Europe's largest manufacturer of workwear. I wonder why you were wearing that. Even making uniforms for the Queen's staff. Well, we're joined, I'm delighted to say, by Martin Lyne, their managing director, and Cathy Laird, one of their longest-serving employees. Thank you for coming in.
In our mannequin challenge, it looks like we've recreated. So, Martin, if I could start with you, why have you decided now to open up your archives of some of the outfits that are around us?
Well, we've done some fabulous research in the last year, and it's really demonstrated a rich story, and as one of the story of a Bristol business that over 160 years has grown from a very small family business to where it is today. And what's really come out of that is the role the business has played in the development of the modern workplace, and I think some of these mannequins start to demonstrate that through the rich history that's there.
It's just interesting, looking, we've got three here, and these are all obviously uniforms for hospital staff, but just describe how they've changed. I know it's fairly obvious, but this one would have been when?
This would have been from the Florence Nightingale area. This was all pre-war and all through the war, so this was traditionally what a nurse would wear then. So
this is really telling the history, you know, and not just in terms of the design, but in terms of the fabric. I mean, if we come over to where I am over here, I was looking at something like this on a fashion website probably a day ago. You know, a little Peter Pan collar, but what would this have been worn with?
It's in the 1960s, and it would have been worn for hospitality items during that era, and it was very much of the age fashion was a part of, very much what workwear now was created.
Yeah. These garments run out of fabric for that one.
Well, exactly, Dave. Yes,
but it's the fabric that's changed, isn't it?
Yes.
The fabric's changed in many of our garments now because obviously the technology involved and that's there in fabrics producing for the flexibility, the stretch, the durability, washability.
Your company must have got through a lot of man-made fibres, is all I can say.
Of course it has, yeah. One of the things that came out of the story was just about the role that females played in the workplace, and it started with nursing roles, but this was in 1915, and this was the typical sort of traditional Florence Nightingale 1940, and we're right up to the modern age with an American version of scrubs, basically.
Yeah.
But the role that women played between and during the First World War just rapidly changed, and roles opened up in society, and these garments all played that part in it. And Alexandra were at the forefront of that, driving that innovation. It's a fabulous story.
They're very functional now, aren't they?
They can be, albeit some of the items we showcased in the event at the M-Shed earlier today are a lot more contemporary. You've got more casualisation coming into hospitality roles in restaurants and front of house, but some of it is about fit and comfort, and the challenge for our business is very much to get the off-the-peg garments fitting great, making people look superb.
A bit of everything.
And empowered in their roles. If you're wearing great nursing uniforms, then that's how you feel about your place within a hospital or care home.
Very briefly, the company's alive and well, because obviously we've also reported on the ups and downs of
Absolutely. I mean, we're a business that's survived and thrived. We're under new ownerships from the Men's Warehouse in America, and we've got new investment in the business in the digital age, and we're really starting to grow again and look forwards with confidence.
That's good news.
Well, you send our regards to your staff. I'm sure work very hard. And if uniforms are so great, why aren't you wearing one?
This is one. This is a cadenza premium suiting from Alexandra. Of course.
Thank you. Very nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.